Hey tea heads, this is Don from Mayleaf. In this video, appreciating life as a tea buyer. So what I thought I would do is give you a little bit of a different kind of video and show you the experiences that we have on these tea trips, the experiences that we have in these tea mountains, so you can get a little glimpse and flavor of the life of a tea buyer. Here is some meh Chinese black tea, which I don't even know if it's Chinese, but most people don't realize that a very simple solution is to bring your own stash of tea. Here we have some gaba oolong. Ask for some hot water. In Chinese, that's 一杯水汤. And then brew your own good stuff. It's like the tea version of the Mile High Club. Oh no, they're going to spray us.
Quick, drink it.
I have to use the oldest tea filter in the world. Alright, now I fully appreciate and respect every country having their own rules regarding importation of goods. I get it. But sometimes I think you go a little bit too far. Alright, cheese, understandable, right? I get it. Eggs, you never know where they're coming from. But what civilized world doesn't allow you to bring a little crocodile in? I mean, come on, China. You need to get with the program. Just one little crocodile. Looks like I'm going to have to go and flush the one in my bag down the airport toilet. Walking through Shiping village, there is this incredible smell of citrus in the air. And we found the reason why. Look at this. So this is black tea stuffed in lemons. Black tea stuffed in lemons, and then they're baked to impart that citrus flavor into the black tea. And they make this here. They also do pu'er with the small oranges as well. But I've never actually seen that one before, so I really want to try some. But look here, look, they're stuffing them here, look. Oh, the smell is incredible. It really is that it's zesty, but in a more warming way. So it's like that baked zestiness. And the tea, it looks like, I don't know where the tea comes from. I'm going to guess it's Fujianese black tea. It looks like a kind of Gongfu black tea, a Fujianese black tea. And as if they heard my wishes to taste some, this lady over here has just grabbed us, brought us over to have a taste. This is what I love about traveling in China, traveling to these villages. All you have to do is go, show your interest, and suddenly they're like, come, 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 you must drink, you must drink. Ni hao. Super cute. And we're tasting now, if you look here, the black tea stuffed in a lemon. You can see the color is incredibly vibrant. What a color. So let's give it a taste. So for anybody out there that likes to put a slice of lemon in their black tea, I think that this is far superior, because you don't get any of the sourness from the juice of lemon. You don't get any of that sourness. You get the aroma of lemon, but it's much warmer. It's still refreshing, but it's much warmer because it's baked, and you get all of that lemony brightness, but without any of the sourness. It's really, really nice. I don't think the black tea is a super high quality black tea, but it's still a pretty good Fujianese black tea. It's got a really, really rich color and a very satisfying taste. Really nice summer drink. So some of you may wonder what I eat when we go on our tea trips. And I have to say, tea is the first thing that I love about traveling, but food comes a very close second. And this is the kind of food that we're having today. So we're in Shiping village, and there's nothing better than the real deal, authentic food. So we've got some noodles here. These look really, really good. I think that's some pork in there. Looks really, really nice, speciality of Shiping. We've got some I think it looks like water spinach here, or morning glory. And this is like it looks like a pizza, but it's like an egg with, I'm going to guess, some Chinese chives and some little bits of minced meat. And then we have a soup here, the necessary soup with some tofu, and it looks like some bits of tripe in here as well, and some bitter melon, some bitter vegetables here, which gives it a lovely bitter twang to it. Let's give it a taste. The bitter melon taste is really, really nice, especially on a warm day like this. It's very cooling, just like a pudding tea. There's that bitter cooling sensation. This is our balcony, and this is where we're staying. Look at this incredible house that we're staying in. So this house is owned by a direct descendant of Wei Yin, the person who first made Tie Guan Yin. Follow me, I need to show you inside. This is an amazing, amazing place. I haven't found out how old this building is. I did ask, they just said old. It's probably over 100 years old. This is a very traditional style. Xie xie. Oh, we got some food as well. Be careful the step. Look inside here. Take a look at this place. So we've got the open courtyard, the four sides. I'm sure there's plenty of symbolism, and I'm sure that anybody out there can probably comment on all of the symbolism. The four sides of the house, the central courtyard, birds flying in and out. And this is the lady of the house here, very unassuming, but she works so hard. She's given us some food here, which we're going to eat soon. But let's quickly take a look at the rooms, if you can follow me. Let's take a look at our bed. Amazing, no? What an amazing bed. Look at this view. Look at that. Come and take a look at this. You see, all the mythical creatures are there, and I've got an eye on the food that we've got down there. Let's go and see what we've got. This is congee. It's like a rice porridge. Basically, they take the rice and they cook it for a long time, so the starch all starts to come out of it. Homemade tofu and celery, which is probably quite salty. Let me quickly give it a taste. Come on, let's give it a taste. So the tofu and the celery. Celery is naturally salty, but there's a bit more added salt and a little bit of white pepper, so it's very salty, quite rich. And then mixed in with this congee, drinking it with this congee makes the perfect balance, the perfect yin yang. You get that simple, cleansing and very warming congee, and the salty and flavorful tofu and celery. So this is where we're staying. We're staying here one more night before we head off up to a different part of Anxi County. That's where we're heading, the high mountain. Oh look, doing withering. You can see the road that we've been taking, not really fit for a commercial car. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're not freaked out, are you?
I'm laughing out of nervousness.
Oh, we're going up here now.
Still up, oh my god. Oh wow, that's steep.
We're going to make it to the top.
Maybe we should walk it.
No, come on, we can do it.
This is scary.
I know, but that's the adrenaline rush of tea hunting.
Big drop. It's a big drop.
Is it a big drop?
It is a big drop.
It's only 1,800 meters.
This predict.
它这个都是柔软的，这个 然后是手擦一下。
He's cleaning with his hands with the tea.
No, it's good for your.
都是咸的。
It's good for the skin conditioning.
Yeah,
So he makes it into
你
a
要自
ball and
己
he rubs it into a
这个
paste.
手哈，先到晚上。
Look at this man's hands. Look at this man's hands. This is the softest hands. And he works hard, I'm sure. Right? So this is not some privileged man.
I want that.
做茶哈。
In here, everyone's munching away. Celine,
It's delicious.
I know how much you love soup.
It's
So
like
tell us what you're eating.
it's I think it's a chicken.
Duck.
is it- oh,
Duck.
it's duck soup. Oh my god, so fragrant. Okay, with corn,
Sweet corn.
sweet corn.
And we've got some local pork. Look at those vegetables, that excites me so much. Oh, that's making my mouth water.
Delicious.
And then we've got some rice with some, looks like some vegetables in there as well.
I think it's cabbage in it.
Good food, Mew?
Very good. Enjoyable.
Yeah.
I love looking at faces, and they start off like looking confused, like this, and then you smile and go, "Ni hao." You are okay. Focus on yourself.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
OK，他来了。
Let's play a game. The game is called Will There Be 10 Seconds Without a Honking of a Horn? Ready? Let's go. It will never happen. This is the biggest issue that I have with traveling in China. Quite rightly, there's a bad reputation that China has with air pollution, and you go to some cities and it is really bad. But for me, the thing that winds me up the most about traveling in China is noise pollution. It's just incessant. The honking of the horn is one of them. Just listen to it. It's not even a busy street out there. We'll get a shot. It's not even a busy street. It's almost like the Chinese believe that if they don't use their horn every 3 seconds, they're not getting the most money's worth out of purchasing that car. It's just, it will not stop. And this is, it can drive me a bit insane. Ready? To check for vehicles coming in to make sure that there's no tea being brought in, because if you bring tea in, you could potentially, why does everyone hoot their horn in this place? It's just so unnecessary. There's 3 people.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do 1 minute without, no. See, can't even do that.
Okay.
Yeah? Coming down from these gorgeous mountains are finding
Okay, what we have it.
a platter of deliciousness. We have potatoes, unlike I've ever had potatoes before. So delicious, crispy, savory. We have here, beneath the palm trees, bread with potatoes inside, peppers, really, really lovely, with some green in the bread, some herbs, super delicious. I'm gonna, what is this? Let's give this a taste.
也是一种野菜，然后给它用一些
Yen chai.
淀粉。
So it's some green vegetable pancaked.
And starch.
Super fresh. So vibrant. I'm going to spin the table round and hopefully not knock anything. We have the obligatory soup. Let's see what the soup is here.
It's sweet.
Ah, soup has got ribs in it. Let's give it a taste. Super hot, kind of herbal, with gojiza inside. Very, very warming.
The pig's stomach.
And then we've got this, which is a bit of a revelation. Konjac starch. Put some in here. This stuff is amazing. Texture is a little bit in between. It's like those fish cakes, you know, fish cake texture, bouncy and chewy, but it's veggie. And then we've got another starch, which is used to make, what starch is this?
That is some seeds from the wild seeds.
Seeds.
And then they add 这里面再加了粉，对吧？
没有。
All of these crazy high mountain vegetables and fruits and.
So they didn't add anything. They said that the seeds has the starch. And
So seeds. What seed? We don't know.
we don't know.
All these mystery foods that we don't get. It tastes like, has the same texture as rice noodles, a little bit firmer. Incredible. Such delicious food, and the noodle dish has just arrived. A vegetarian's dream in front of us. Super happy. Okay, Celine, you can eat. This bag is super heavy. So
What's in it?
about 10 kilos of batteries. Celine is confused about where the toilet roll is. One thing about Chinese hotels that you need to get used to is how hard the beds are. Even kind of expensive in Chinese terms, hotels have really hard beds. We're talking like a piece of wood or a very, very hard mattress with just an inch worth of mattress cover. But you get used to it. But every time I return back to London and jump into our bed, it's like, oh, the comfort factor is suddenly about 20 times higher. What are you doing, Celine?
There's no toilet paper.
There's no toilet paper. This is the issue that we have. Let's go and seek it out. Maybe it's one of those you're going to throw it in the bin.
No,
Yes.
I think it's one of those you wash yourself after doing your business.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But I don't want to take a shower every
What about
time.
there?
No, it's checked. It's a half cupboard.
What about with travel suite?
You think there's a piece of toilet paper in there?
One between two people.
Yeah. We found it. Here it is. The toilet roll. Right next to my lovely GABA tea in my cold brew bottle. But look at that. They're so compressed. And who needs a...
I've never seen one without a hole before.
Isn't that
This is like
interesting?
perfect for camping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very space efficient.
Very space efficient.
There you go. The toilet roll without the hole.
I can now go to the toilet. Thank you very much.
Wow, you're sharing a lot with YouTube.
Hi guys. I'm wondering about shoes to wear for the floor. And the one thing that you'll notice in China, only in China, is that the girls' shoes are super small. Look at this. I mean, okay, maybe I've got big feet. Probably that is the case. But come on, man. I mean...
Another service station, another Chinese snack to try. This is some sort of ready bing thing. Inside we've got some, can you focus on that? Some fermented vegetables, I'm guessing. Let's give it a go. Give it a try. Salty, fermented, black beany kind of taste. Bread's a bit soft. I've had these before. Normally crispy is better. But pretty good sustenance for the journey.
Rice dumpling.
Rice dumplings, huh?
This pork.
What's this one?
This bean, red bean.
Red bean.
Yeah.
Ooh, red bean. So now we got rice dumplings here. Steaming. There goes my carb-free diet. Yep, let's just do it. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, I like this. Very fluffy and warm, the red bean. Not that usual stodgy, claggy red bean. This is much fluffier. I think it's because it's warm, but also it feels like it's been whipped. Delicious. I'm being handed all these goodies. All right, go on then. I won't say no to food. Oops, sorry. Don't worry, saved. What do we have here? Haha, another gorgeous little rice thing with pork. It smells like, you know the rice when you have crispy pork and barbecue pork on rice, that sweet soy gravy. Here we go. Welcome to a lovely sunny Wuishan. Beautiful, the heartland of Yancha and Jiangshan, Shaozhong and other fine brews. As you can see, we are a little bit stuck. Our quest for Jinjunmei, moving up to Tongmu, has hit a bit of an impasse because of the fact that the weather has turned, it's cold, it's rainy, they're not picking. We are here with no tea to taste from our producers. That's called a fail, but this is what happens. So we're just walking around Wuyishan on the random chance that we find some tea, but this is really not what we want to do because this is the tourist trail for tea. So some tips. Why don't we just do that? Some tips. First tip is, if you see a tea seller that puts all their teas out, all out in the open air, that's a big cross. Don't go in. They don't care about their tea. Second thing is, if you see a tea seller selling multiple different types of tea, fail, don't go in. They need to be specific. Next one is, if you see a shop like this with lots of beautiful shelving and wonderful branding, be prepared to spend lots and lots of money. We love these kinds of shops. The more cheap and cheerful teaware is always good. You can just bolster up your tea collection, your teaware collection with some of this stuff. Ooh, we actually need bowls like that.
500.
500, so that's about $70 or so,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, not so cheap and cheerful. Okay. Fuding Bai Cha, 99 yuan, bargain basement white tea, cakes. You never know. Is it from Fuding?
I don't know.
We've just come from Fuding. What do you think? You know the prices in Fuding. It's these kinds of shops that intrigue me. No branding, nobody there, just boxes.
But it's locked.
Locked. They don't need to do business with the tourists. It's always the ones that you can't get that you're more interested in.
100 yuan per cake.
But this is this?
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, so another rule which some people don't realize is these decorative tea cakes are decorative. Please do not drink them. Okay? They've got glue, they've got all sorts, and so yeah, don't drink them. They are just purely for decoration. I know some people have tried to drink those teas, which is not a good thing at all. In fact, some people send me emails saying, is this a really precious tea? And I'm like, no. If they've done that, it's really not. Oh, some clothes. Celine, what do you think?
I like it.
You like it?
Very nice, tiny.
Yeah? Do you want to go and look? Do you want some clothes or you're okay? Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to find any tea. So if you want clothes, we can turn this YouTube channel into a Celine Tries On Clothes channel.
Can I have a quick look then?
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Can I turn it off then?
Yeah, go. Who would have thunk it? So the clothes shop is actually sort of a front. It's a tea shop actually. Upstairs they have a tea shop. This is just another little sidearm to their business. So we're sitting, we're drinking tea. Actually really interesting. They have a tiny micro lot, 3 mu, which is like really small. They can't produce much tea every year. They make yencha, they make roguei, they make for show, and they make shui shen. We're tasting their shui shen here, having a sniff. Those who know will know that I'm not the biggest fan of shui shen, but I have to say this one here has got a lot of brightness, doesn't have that cardboardy aroma that I get a lot with shui shen. Has a nice floral aroma. Let's give it a taste. Really bright, really light actually. Much more fruity and much more mangostini, I would say. Reminds me a little bit of summer haze. I'm not as potent in perfume as summer haze. A little bit more slaty, a little bit more rocky, but definitely got those fruity notes coming through. It just goes to show you never know what you're going to get when you're in these places. So we're going to sit, we're going to enjoy some tea. Relationships form, you never know what will happen. But at least we get to enjoy some nice warming yencha on a rainy day. Or because Celine saw some clothes that she liked.
I'm tired.
Just woke up from driving and we seem to be eating a lot. This is the way it is in China. 3 square meals a day. My intermittent fasting program is out of the window. This is how they do it. Go and choose what you want to eat. All sorts of meats, vegetables.
Our lovely evening dishes. We have, from what Don's stirring, some fresh river fish, and apparently the water has to be super fresh.
They're just swimming around.
Swimming around.
Swimming around.
What would you describe the sauce?
It's like a sour pickle sauce.
Sour pickled sauce?
With these full fish there.
Yeah, it's delicious. And these mixed vegetables in a soup. Lots and lots of different vegetables. Again, very fresh tasting, like spinachy and water vegetables. And this one is potatoes and chilies.
Yep.
And this one is the stomach of
the cow.
Mixed in like a really nice sauce. Very addictive.
Here you go, take a look at this. Very addictive. I don't know, I haven't seen you eat that much.
Hey, I have. It's because you're
So there you go, for all the people out there that wonder what we eat when we're in China, it varies quite wildly. Not something I would necessarily order.
The sauce is so good.
Peppery, lots of pepper.
Yeah.
Texture's very chewy, as you'd expect. It's lovely being here. There's that beautiful combination of peace and chaos. And you just walk in that line. It's great.
You need some special stuff in this.
Yeah, we need some special high mountain herb. Look at this spread we have here. This is Aini food. This is minority food. Incredible. We've got potato, rice, pickles, porridge, fern vegetables, and a fish And wherever the fish's head faces has to drink. Having fun?
Yeah! I miss this place.
Empty? What are we eating?
Turtle soup.
Show them the turtle soup.
And there's chicken in there as well. So turtle soup, there's, for example, this bit, there's turtle.
There's a bit of turtle.
It's quite gelatinous.
Yeah.
It's very soft and...
Oh, what's that, an eyeball?
Which one? This one?
Pick it up a bit more. Oh,
Sorry.
no. Okay, yeah, don't know what that is.
Don't know what that is. Sorry. There's some chicken feet here to add a bit of flavor.
人多只能猜一次。
What are you doing?
You're very lopsided.
Am I?
Okay, so classic Yunnan experience.
Classic Yunnan experience.
I'm very, very drunk.
He's very, very
I
drunk.
will not post this on YouTube.
He will not post this on YouTube.
So this is the way that we do business here. Get completely plastered, get completely drunk.
Completely drunk.
Then you find out whether or not these people are your friends or your foes. They're definitely your friends. Let's go.
They're definitely our friends, not our foes. Let's do it.
Far too much shui shui.
Far too much shui shui. Shui shui shui.
Shui shui.
Shui shui. The mother is driving and she is not drunk, so we are in safe hands. We're in safe hands, everybody.
明天那个早餐在酒店这里，然后我来接你。明天几点？9点。
What time tomorrow?
What time? What time?
10点是很好的。
9点。
睡得舒舒服服。
9点。
Wait, our bags are in his car.
We're in his car.
Oh, okay. All right then.
再见.
再见.
Wow, how does she do this? I have no idea.
Oh my god.
This is impossible.
Wow.
I feel like we've forgotten everything at that restaurant.
I know, me too. We've got the camera
We've
though.
got the camera, we've got the gimbal, we've got the radio mics,
Yeah, which I almost forgot.
Your
we've
bag?
got the bags in the back of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
alright.
gonna sleep so well tonight.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
How do you feel, Don? Hey, you
What
did
is
it.
with these Yunnan people. Oh my god. With their baijiu, their homemade moonshine. They just mess you up. And like literally there's 5 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What do you mean of me?
Yeah, I can see 5 of you.
It's called 50% baijiu. Was it 50%? I'm not
50%,
sure.
yeah, it's
If it
50%.
might have been more,
Everything
you know.
is spinning, the room is spinning, everything is spinning. Sprinting? That's not a
Spinning.
word. Spinning. Oh my god, I'm so drunk.
Okay,
I
stop
can't
it.
even hold this
Stop
up.
it. I can see you're like further down from the camera. I don't even know if you're looking at me. It doesn't matter. Oh. When you've had a hard night the night before. Ready. Whenever you are.
Hey T-heads, this is Don from Mayleaf.
出演ルームをご利用ください。通社の出演ルームは3号車、7号車、15号車、グリーン車の出演ルームは10号車になります。
Oh, calm yourself. Shush now. So, the dog is barking because we are trespassing. Everywhere you go around tea country in Taiwan, you'll see this tea plantation, pineapple plantations, I should say. This is pineapple, and one of our farmers has just decided to just have a mosey on down, see if he can select a pineapple, and you know, nab one. I'm not sure if this is legal. I guess there's a sort of farmer's pact. You can take some of my tea, I can take some of your pineapple. The dog doesn't seem too happy about it. He's looking, he doesn't seem too impressed with the crop. But the smell is incredible, isn't it, Celine?
Amazing.
You can really smell this sweet pineapple fragrance coming up from these fields. Should we go in and choose our pineapple? I've never had a pineapple fresh from the fresh from the fields.
Me neither.
Wait a minute, are they growing tea next to the pineapple? Those are tea plants.
Oh my god.
This is TRES number 1.
No way.
Oh my god, this is the first ever TRS cultivar. That's crazy, I didn't know.
Yes. No pineapple.
So they're growing TRES number 1. TRES number 1 is the first ever variety. For those of you who don't know what TRES is the Taiwanese Research for Tea organization, and they basically develop the cultivars that they then release for production. Anything under, I think, TRES 12 doesn't have a name. From 12 onwards, they have names like Jinshuan, Qinshin, Sejichuan, etc. But anything under 12 is just a number. And TRES 1 is not a popular variety, although I think that it could be a very good variety for making white tea. So I think that we're kind of experimenting with possibly using TRES 1 for white teas. I had no idea that they're growing it right next to pineapple. I don't know if there's a reason for that, but I wonder how that affects the taste. Let's go in and take a look. So there you go, TRES number 1, very, very delicate, soft leaves. That's very characteristic of this tea, and it makes a very strong flavored tea. But for the most part, it's not really used to make tea these days. So it's not very widely cultivated, although as I said, I think white tea could be possible. Let's give this a taste. Very perfumed taste, similar to say, I want to say orchid, very green orchid note to it, or the rind of an Asian pear. You know when Asian pears have that thicker rind? It has that very vegetal green note, but orchid, definite orchid note coming through. Really, really nice, very strong flavor. Its delicacy and softness means that it produces a very strong tea, and I think that could suit very well with white tea. The reason is because white tea is relatively unprocessed, and it's just essentially dried and doesn't go through a rolling phase, and therefore if the leaves are too thick or too hard, then the water doesn't extract very easily, whereas when you get softer leaves like this, it'll make a richer brew. So here's the plant again, and I've just been told that the reason why they plant next to pineapple is because these little TRES ones don't grow very big. They're little ickle midget tea plants, and so they grow very, very small. So to protect them, they plant them next to their big brothers here, the pineapples. They protect them from typhoons and from getting damaged. I'm not going to pick another one. Precious leaves. The lingering taste in my mouth though is great. Really, really sweet. I don't know if it's my imagination, but pineapple-y. I'm cutting my first pineapple ever. Get in here.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Look at that. Taiwanese pineapple, fresh from the plantation. Ah, the smell is sweet and delicious.
Wow.
Here he goes. Watch the expert.
这个鸟鼠条边嘛，
这是用什么搞的？
鸟鼠条。
喵起啊起来啊 ！This is bite by mouse. You can see the whole area.
Oh no, the mice have been eating it.
老鼠吃最甜的东西就像这样，所以老鼠很厉害啊。
So this one should be very sweet because bite by mouse.
Oh, really?
Cheers, guys.
我点啊就好，我即摆胃空空。
好，胃空空卖食，你卖食。
Oh my god.
到时上北医啊，
你也袂食。
This is a perfect
点就好。
sweetness to sourness ratio. That's the freshest pineapple I've ever tasted.
And it's mouse bitten, so it's super sweet. The mice choose the right ones, huh?
The mice knows. I would follow a mouse anywhere if that's what they choose.
Early morning here in Taiwan, always getting up early up in the mountains, and we stay in many different types of accommodation when we're traveling. If we're in a city, then of course we'll find a hotel, but up in the mountains, we just find what we find. And last night we found this, which judging by what was on television last night and the decor, let's say, This is clearly not designed for families. But you know, it's comfortable, it works, it does the job, so you know, all good, not a problem. Let's quickly look at what's in our baggage. This is what we're constantly doing, is living in and out of a suitcase while we're on our travels, and you can see that pretty much 90% of our luggage is taken up by camera equipment, drones, all the charging equipment, cameras, microphones, controllers, batteries, and then the other side of the suitcase is tea samples. So tea samples, tea samples, tea samples, tea samples, tea samples, and then a little corner for clothing. We've got another suitcase, but that's filled up with tea samples. So we are literally living on the most small amount of clothing, but you know, the largest amount of camera equipment that you can imagine. We've got to get moving, we've got to head up into the fields again. Breakfast has been brought to us, so you know, let's see what breakfast at a sex hotel is like, shall we? Celine?
Yeah.
You want to join me for breakfast?
Hello.
I can hold that, you can see.
I'm just gonna focus.
You focus.
I think I'm focused actually. Focus.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let me, let's see what this is. Well, why don't you open one of those up?
Alrighty.
No, open this one first. Let's see, is it soy milk?
It feels like a tea and milk kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah, give it a taste.
Wow, it's sweet.
Super sweet. Oh no.
It's like
Oh, way.
soya milk and tea, black tea.
Ooh,
Very
that's not
English.
nice. Very, very sweet.
doesn't
Very,
help.
very milky.
That it's in like a plastic cup.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, let's see what the sex hotel breakfast is. Ooh, yeah, I might avoid that. Go on.
Oh, thanks.
It smells like a burger.
Yeah, that meat looks.
Go on. Take it out. Show the camera. Ooh,
my
egg. Show the camera.
I don't know if you can see this, but there's egg.
Yeah, it's an egg McMuffin. Oh, is that lettuce? Soggy lettuce?
Soggy lettuce.
Are you gonna bite that?
Are you gonna make me bake that?
Come on. You might love it.
All right, this is for you guys.
Is it a burger?
I'm so glad I didn't get any of the meat because everything else.
You speak in the microphone.
Everything else doesn't taste very good.
Okay, so take the meat patty out and...
What is it? The bread that doesn't taste good.
I don't know, I haven't tasted it. I might avoid that altogether and just head up into the mountains on an empty stomach.
You want me to take the patty out?
No. Eat as you wish. So there you go. Food up in the mountains at a sex hotel. I think that we will leave this video here. That's it, tea heads. Check out our other videos. Fire over any questions, comments, or video ideas. Taste our tea wherever you are in the world by visiting our website, or come visit our tea house if you're ever in London. Other than that, this is Celine. I'm Don. Thank you for being a part of the revelation of true tea. Stay away from those tea bags. Keep drinking the good stuff, not this. And spread the word, because nobody deserves bad tea.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's really gross. Have a bite. Go on. Have a bite. Have a bite.
I had a very sleepless night last night, and that's not just because there is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that there is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is there's a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is packed. There is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is that it is. There is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is. It seems to me that there is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is packaged. Oh my God! It seems to me that there is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is the way that it is. It seems to me that there is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that it is, oh my God. It seems to me that there is a greater emphasis on the way that the tea looks and the way that the tea is packaged and presented here. We're about to head back down the mountain. It has truly been, there's a fly right on your lens. Okay, all right, go. Yes, if you take tea trees from other areas and you process them here in Tongmu, then you're not going to produce as high a quality tea. There's flies everywhere. Again, often when we make these videos, we try to go through the technicalities of how...
Oh my God.
Can you see it when it's land?
Yeah.
However, for me, it's the attitude of free... Again.
Yeah, it's on this side.
Okay. Again, fly. Gives a certain freedom for them to be able to express themselves in... Oh, you kidding? The one time